can tackle. The panel, na call mega panel. So wetin we na Eastern we can call big alejo that are in there today. We get the big alejo them, and then they here for can talk to the people of Salone. Before I come to them though, let us just give a quick
a way where we bring art and culture.
news updates as we can do. I think just last night the US government don't release the MCC scorecard for this year. Under President Bill, as usual, Salon don't continue for pass. We pass, we meet the threshold, we mean say we qualify for remain in the program. And then on very important indicators them, women in the economy, employment opportunity, political rights, civil liberties, control of corruption, rule of law, health expenditure, education expenditure, immunization rates, girls' primary education rates, we pass with flying colors. I'm glad the way some of the ministers that were responsible for that pass day, then they are. On a personal note, we get 91% under the freedom of information score. We mean say we all together would do some right things as well. So if anybody says say this country they go BN, tell and say the data is very clear, say we they go before. The number two news, I know we spend too much time on them, but this is not big news because we get the minister denial. The Ministry of Health officially launched the new online application for recruit 3,000 health workers of all the different level them. This is a big thing. And as I say, I will allow the minister for provide the details on that. I will just say now one of the news where I can say not so have been there. This is not the news where they show we say this country before President Bill the can go. Okay, other news. Number three item, now the Ministry of Planning and Economic Developments don't collaborate with UNICEF for the 2-day training na McKinney for implementing partners on what they call harmonized approach to cash transfers. And see the minister there, himself, maybe when they talk, he will provide additional updates on that. We will go to number four, the Minister of Internal Affairs, AIG retired Morilengo ASQ Saturday be engaged the Southern Region Police leadership for talk about the reports they will hear about armed robbery na Bo and the surrounding areas them. The minister say he very concerned about the issue then they and the police and they work now for make sure say we tap then kind of material we them bad people want bring come na the country. The final news we will just get that say Statistics Sierra Leone don't start regional cartographic mapping training when are one of the important things they need for do for prepare for the 2026 population and housing census. This week-long training will kick off Monday. They take place at the same time across 5 regional headquarters town them, Bo, Kenema, McKinney, Putloko, and Freetown. And at the second phase of this training, for build the capacity of the worker them for prepare for the census where His Excellency don't declare and where we all know say the country get for conduct one big census December 2026. All right. That's not the brief news updates we get. I want to take this opportunity now for just introduce the panel. They really don't need introduction. On my far right, I get the Honorable Minister. I say na the minister with the trend right now. And the trendy minister. The Minister for Basic and Senior Secondary Education, the Honorable Conrad Saki, now alumnus of the Great Albert Academy. Just for let una go know that day. Next to the minister, we get this minister I can struggle for call her first name. I can just say Auntie Kenya. We are the Minister for Planning and Economic Development, Madam Kenya Bale, in they can talk about the status of the implementation of the Big Five. Nine are the developments go on our governments. On my left, we get the Honorable Dr. Austin Demby. In enjoy the score goal. I can see that the minister with the score goal them. This morning, some of them, I think we don't distribute immediately as well on the BBC. Do an excellent interview for talk about the progress they will not make for tackle public health crisis in Salone. So we're glad if you get here for can make these big announcements and give you additional details as well. And then last, but by no means the least, we get the newly installed, newly appointed Development Secretary, Mr. Ambrose James. We una for also know say na a very senior comrade of the Radicals Club. You know go Albert Academy. And that upline school he go. The one they wake in leg for we then come. You see now we get now bo access in ya. Kene na ya CKC in ya. We get bo school there. Then on this side here, with the city people and out there. Yeah, so now so we will separate this conversation. But I'm glad you wanna all there tell una thank you. We'll start briefly, we'll start with the so just so long I know how they do this. We'll start with education, top thing, talk, we can to health, can to the Minister of Development, then we'll go to the development secretary, they will open up for and ask question. Mr. Minister, I want also for reminding us say we get time and hour so that we keep the conversation going. Because we get four for now, I will suggest that we try for do under 10 minutes each. So in this opening bits, we'll try for done and then we'll get time for conversation. Yeah. Mr. Minister, school been supposed for open yesterday. Last week, we see Sierra Leone Teachers Union then say then they strike. We see one release come out, we turn out for be fake. We say VP don't meet there, you don't meet there, you don't buy you there, I don't solve the issue. The other one can say no, 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 not solve the issue. But on the more serious notes, fumble them across the country, they ask, waiting they happen, who stand school they open, we don't solve the issue, waiting them for expect. Opportunity for talk to the media, talk to fumble and a salon, who side we there, who step there we don't take, but more importantly, when we expect school for resume. Yes, sir.
Me fumble them within a and the one that we did across the media. I want to tell you na beaucoup cabo and couche. As the Minister of Information does say, we get or we get an waiting which man can call industrial dispute, but me no one call a dispute, because we not get plaba with the unions. Unions then come, they engage we in a conversation, then they ask for things the way we supposed to provide them. And so we they get a conversation on that day, and we they hope say we go able for open school shortly. Me and the union then continue for engage in a conversation. So what I want to start off with, I just want to take una through some of the things that we will talk about and who we do right now. But before I do that, I know say the Minister of Information want to talk more than 10 minutes. I know say una all know me. I don't carry past anybody, so una know I hear too much for me. So I will cut me on short. I give the other and the opportunity for talk more about what they do. But so the first thing I will say is that we recognize the union as nation builders and also the teacher as nation builders, and we respect the concerns that we then come. As I said to you, we not consider them concern in the as anything other than genuine, and so we don't engage them on a very proactive, I go even call them problem focused way. But the thing away they cause we problem right now. Now one, na the payment of school subsidies. When we meet with the union, we give the assurance say we go pay subsidies before Monday. And as at Monday, when we meet, or as at Friday, when maybe they left VP office, we will not pay 82 million loans over first term, second term, and then we don't pay third term as well. But at that particular point, we will just send the money to the different commercial banks. And so I take e-copy of the SWIFT transfer from the central bank to the commercial bank. I send them to the president of the union, just to get assurance say, what you so they do, they do. So just for Informuna, as of now, USA day in terms of payment of subsidies, the total subsidies for the two terms, they count to 113 million. So as of today, I can tell you, we don't pay 113 million 287,870. That now what we don't pay, so we don't get to the amount where the union then self be they expect. I also go give una and say also don't able forget receipt from the banks, that the banks then don't receive them, then don't begin pay teacher them through we own sources. Teacher then don't begin confirm, say they don't get both term 2 and term 3. I even talked to the president of the union today just to find out waiting their own source. Then they say himself confirm say na in school it don't get term 2 and term 3. So really, on the subsidy issue, we don't meet we obligation 100%. But I just want to go backwards a little bit, because when I sit down and listen to social media and the media on this subsidy issue, there is this notion that government not pay subsidies, they pay 100% subsidies. For when me not be minister, we don't pay 100%. So from last year, we pay first term and second term. The third term be delayed, but we pay inside the first term of the first year. So we pay 100%. And for this year, last year we just done so, we don't pay 100%. We asked the union for giving a little bit of space for do the first term subsidies, where we hope say we go able pay inside this first term. But because, and I go just tell now why we need that space a little bit, is because August, now the month where teacher they will retire, then they left the service. And what maybe the TSU, we come to an agreement with the Ministry of Finance, we say, where teacher then they left, the August where then they left, then they get a finance salary plus all them benefits. Before now, it take like years, then they chase them benefits. But now where teacher then left, the finance salary, then they get, then they pay them all the backlog. Let me also just say one more thing. We don't in the past get problem with community banks. So sometimes government, they pay the community banks, and the information we will get is that then community banks, and then they take that money, they go do business. So waiting, they do, I can go on at some of them commercial bank with camera for go challenge them. So this time around, I want to be more proactive, for make sure say the bank where they regulate the community banks, now Apex Bank. So during the course of this week, I will go and go meet the person where they in charge of Apex Banks and make sure say they not do that in this time round. But I can assure you from the conversation I don't get with the bank governor, then self don't begin pay. But again, it not go be any harm for make a go and just make sure say I put some little pressure on them so that they not go do anything they don't use for doing in the past. The second thorny issue with the union will be get. Now then teacher them where we suspend from the payroll. When I been also we suspend 4,900 teachers. Now the union be call me, they express some concern, says them get some genuine teachers there, we fall within that category there. So what we don't do, I set up a technical working group between the union and TSC. Through that technical working group, they don't reinstate 1,802 teachers. Now, I understand from the union, that some of the 1,800 teachers, then be supposed to not get them pay and backlog pay. But I understand say some people are not getting it. Now I can't tell you say now because we not pay and it can be saying at the bank and get problem. But I just come out from a meeting with the financial secretary and he say let me send on the 1,802. Then go check through the system through the accountant general office. Just say the listing where they get and they don't go to the bank and they don't get the money. But I can definitely assure you, say some people are waiting inside that 1,802 don't get the money. So there are other issues that we'll talk about, but I know say I therefore do on that. So last I will put a question the way they come.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I want, since just ask this morning, I've been to the money the station them and SLTU the two major position and you address now payment of subsidies. Then say this time na money na bank. Not so the fact say they don't pay the ones, they want the money inside in your account. Then a one. So you don't make clear, say 100% of what was outstanding, that money don't left the government of Salonia accounts in Dina Road. And then the second point is now the restoration of the teacher, the way they say they unfairly removed the payroll and for pay them backlog. Now, just 30 seconds. In your conversation with SL2, because I think what's in Fambul and they wait for Yeri when school they open. With all these things where we don't talk and the steps that we don't take, how confident you be say in your engagement with SLTU, then go open the school for we picking them for go and when we for expect that?
Well, I think let answer this. Before I answer that, Andy, let us say one more thing, but then teacher the way we suspend. So in addition to the 1,802, SLTU still believes say some other genuine teachers than did it. So I just want to tell the teacher the way they listen to this program say, we don't agree back say across the country. We go do a further verification of teachers. I know say it does start because the chair of the TSC, Bide Kenema, when I might do they see clip when they come up from Kenema. So I did tell and say, in need for go Kenema, go listen to the teachers there and let we solve the problem from there. So he feedback to me, say they don't begin to do that across the country. So that now one more thing I want to say. Houston School they open, you know, let me say this. Let me say this. Me and the union get an open channel. I think they still they consult their members. Lano jump the gun and give them dates. But I am cautiously, optimistic, cautiously optimistic that it will be soon. Perhaps until Monday when they come, but perhaps earlier than that.
All right. Okay. So we target now Monday when they come, but potentially earlier than that. I think the message we are obviously when I know saying that this platform I can try for hold even government officials say law be direct, law be exact, and all like they give them try them political answer the way they give. It is soon to be no, yeah, I like forget let the people and get the direct answer. And I appreciate the minister in candor. The care way they take, not only because he do the work, he's done everything. When I just hear you don't outline for make sure on two parties in the Naya. He can do all in parts, but SLTU self need for agree not so. And when they agree, we go, inshallah, schools could be open. One for assure the people of this country, parents away concerned, we don't reach out to them, bombard with messages for say the minister, the governments, they do everything. And the two major concerns that we they ask for, now you don't show say we they don't address. Now from one challenging issue, look to an issue where think more uplifting news on the health fronts. We get the Honorable Minister for Health, Dr. Austin Demby. Give we within your time, sir, talk about obviously the health portal, this big news, but use as an opportunity for giving just a general update on the health situation of the country, Particularly, you been to share some good news this morning on the BBC on mpox and with preparedness in general on health issues in the country. Over to you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Siba. I didn't call her Miss Sabi Talk Minister. So this is now a very uplifting opportunity for me for share with Una some really fantastic thing that go on in the health sector. We not make too much noise on our normal, but something they go on now. We don't radically shift healthcare. We're fostering a disease-based intervention. You go malaria program there, TB program there, so nutrition program there. So, but all them things so now the person need the effect. So we don't change the focus now on patient or client-centered care. And we believe in universal health coverage. We say all man well body matter. It's really important. And it's important for the health sector see all man. Let all man see themselves in the health sector. So the best way for do this now for say, let we provide healthcare around the person following the life stages approach, starting with below man. Let we get a healthcare system where they cater for all below man for make sure say then healthy and make sure say then deliver safely. When the baby don't born from age 0 to age 60 months, 5 years, we want to make sure say we do all of the health thing them for them baby also not for let them survive no more now, but for let them thrive. So before we hand them baby also over to Minister of Basic Education before them begin go school, we want to make sure say they're ready for school. And within the school now with the focus on school health so that them picky also go be healthy and strong as in they acquire knowledge until they become young adults, until they become adults, until they become senior citizens. So from the time we in a pregnant person all the way to senior citizen, we make sure say the healthcare delivery they see you and provide services for you. So again, with this kind of approach, Boko country then they can see how Sierra Leone they do that because the kind thing they register now, it's just amazing. For example, we don't drop maternal mortality by nearly 76% in this country, the fastest drop in the whole world. We don't improve on infant mortality dramatically. With vaccination rates now one of the highest in the world at over 95% consistently over the last 5 years, still they give you certificates all. The mpox situation where all man they struggle with, DR Congo and they struggle with, we begin slow, but now we don't reduce the case then so much that even yesterday we report 0 case in the whole country. So we did on the right path, but we're not done yet, so we're not really over it because we begin from 2 cases till we go up to 5,200 cases. Now we don't bring can down to only 0 case yesterday. We're not waiting at it today on number, but now nearly 2,000 cases now the whole country at any given time to only about 63 cases. But the 63 we know who side them all day because they're all in our medical facility there. So from about 200 cases a day to single digits every day. So that's not real progress. So this morning, as Sibade said, I'm there on the radio on BBC, then wake me early morning, 5 o'clock morning for go talk na BBC, but what's in salon they do. So they do great things. But all of them things are so predicated on the health workforce. It predicated on having people that were able to do this work. Because this is not to book stone work, not to, you did over your life to them people are so for let them menu. So it no matter who that you be, it no matter your tribe, your region, where you go to hospital, you want good care. And you want good care from a competent, capable person who able for deliver service with empathy. So first time we will now for where I don't there, so don't recruit about 5,000 staff them. So right now we're ready for recruit an additional 3,000 staff. So this time around, first time, what kind of you building? All my you see get brown envelope. What's inside this brown envelope? You look in a PSC form there. Um, labor them, security them, nurse them, everybody. So it's not just chaotic space we been get. Oh wait, where you go be nurse? Where you not the most capable nurse? You sit down at hospital, you they work. Then somebody come, we just graduate last year. All of a sudden, you get PIN code. You don't get PIN code. We all to sit at the same desk. That one is not correct. That is not right. So what you don't decide for do now as a ministry with the help of the presidency, we'd want change the system completely. So now within 3,000 positions so we'll get, where we spread out over 28 different posts them. For the 3,000, we don't create an electronic portal now. We know it no matter whether you sabi, whether you not sabi. As long as you get your name number, you can go on this portal for free and put all of your information. The information they get out, you filter them, you allocate them, you see if your basic qualification there or not. You need to go apply for nurse work where you not get nurse certificate. You need to go apply for doctor work where you not get doctor certificate. So this they allow you for, you don't need for no nobody, you don't need for no minister Dembi, you don't need for being cousin, you don't need for being family. You go on the portal with your NIN number, you're able for register. Now, the registration will allow you for filter out people. Then first, if you not get the qualification, it allows you to go forward. We don't know all this. Now, the three different group them, the Health Service Commission, the HRMO, and the Ministry of Health, and they sit down now, then vet their number out so they make solid signatures, hard signatures against each and every one of them. Then send and go to HRMO for let them review them and just make sure say everything right. Would they track them? Nobody know they change anything for them. Say he go over in the Health Service Commission, then go do the interviews, then go conduct interviews where they make sure say nobody not tamper with the system. We all thing done, we go make sure say the right people then we qualify for the position, then get the appointment, then we give them the PIN code. So this is an exciting opportunity. This is now one we go allow you to get the kind health workforce what we need in this country. The kind we could make based on merit. People that we qualify, we're ready for the job, they then get the opportunity for serve the country. Again, so exciting times, really great times. And I just really want to say we're very, very grateful for the President and the Minister of Finance for making them funds here available for Lord do the right thing for all people.
Thank you very much, Dr. Austin Demby. And I think if you're a Sierra Leonean, you listen to this today, you will feel proud and you will feel good. We did in the right direction. The number that we call not to theory, not to the self-assess, independence numbers. Maternal mortality, whoop they go up, now the big number than in a salon always don't significantly on every single health index. Dr. Demby and in team, President Bill leadership, then don't move the country in the right direction. Doc, small one, waiting at the website, if you get them.
So
But I know see the rest of your technical team there as well. So
the technical team then are the Ministry of Health website. Then create some, and I think so they'll post them for now out there. So, but it's very very easy for access. And the portal opened yesterday.
okay.
The portal they opened say the 29th of the month. And just follow a dry run and we'll make sure say everybody there on the right page. We'll open up for just test about 1,000 people, 1,000 people, and quickly, successfully go through the system. So we know see the system they work now.
Okay.
We done open yesterday, close to 300 people don't submit the application already. About 150 of them in the process. But I will show on the website just now, very, very visible for all man.
All right, so we share that information there with the websites. We put them up, and then all my way there, Ministry of Information and Civic Education will also share the website URL, all the PDF as well. Thank you. So if you go www.recruitment.mohs.gov.sl. So if you go na the, like how the minister say, go na the mohs.gov.sl the page, and from there it will take you to the sub page for recruitment. I just want to remind you again, say, yeah, when I talk now, yeah, not also you have been there, not also this country, yeah, not also you been there. Trade, like the minister say, all we fumble them for apply for any job in the Ministry of Health. Then they claim this you building, say long envelope, this, that, the pain, the injustice of it, the indignity of it. For people that we are responsible for maintaining we own dignity. So I think just as a Sierra Leonean, we want to commend the minister I see in PSDR, Mr. Soy, and the rest of him fantastic team at the Ministry of Health for this great initiative. You and I Sierra Leonean, you know, health professional, you have to apply now, not to by former minister of youth, be like for say, not by you know how, not to by you know who, not to by who that you sabi. You don't need for call me or call minister, this, that. Now you get access, go online, you apply, it'll be a fair, it'll be a transparent process. Thank you very much, Mr. Minister. I think we'll continue for projector update. Now let we broaden to development. We don't do education, we don't do health, all the under development. But the minister, we're responsible for planning and economic development. Where we get the national governing agenda, the big five, we are the custodian, we they oversee how we they perform, how we they do. Madam Minister, within this impossible 10 minutes, who they give, one let you provide a summary of how we they do when it comes to development indicators as a country. Over to you.
I tell you, thank you, Siba, and I tell Allman Adunaya. If you tell me for give a summary, I can give a summary in the byline where you give, not so yabindi. There is an improvement, right? And I can give you the long and the short, but waiting I want to say, waiting I've been once make we distribute here today. I remember say on man go get a copy, but I was only given 3 copies. So but we self get we own scorecard. Right? We don't implement the medium term national development plan for 1 year, 7 months. And we're not all familiar with the plan, we're not all familiar with the big 5 game changers, and no need for repeat, but I could just refer to them in terms of progress and the enablers. I come now this press conference, I think 1 year ago, I was looking, and not 1 year ago, 1 year, 7 months ago, but the month where we launched the plan in January 2024, because it was a 7-year plan from 2024 to 2030. Now, in the development of that plan, we purposely, if you go look any of the other development plans, you know go see an annual breakdown of we targets. We deliberately do an annual breakdown of the 7-year targets because I've been telling the director of planning, I say every year I want to see the progress. So I get the progress before me for 1 year with a walk now on this 2nd year. And I can say it's looking good. So this summary way we go make available is a snapshot of the progress within the big fives. Now, under each of the big 5 game changers, we pick 3 or 4 indicators where I will go through. So it left me with about 30 odd indicators, but the actual number of indicators now 100 targets now 137. So I'm not going to sit down here and discuss the 137 and over 300 policy actions, right? So we just summarize the high level targets, and I go through some of them because we take these 3 or 4 main targets for show progress with the NADI sector. Now we use a traffic light system where over 90% you get green per that target. Between 40 and 90, you get yellow, and under 40, you get red. The targets where we get under the big five, we get 28 green, 8 yellow, and 4 red. And the red, not to say we're not in progress, but now because of lack of data in some of these areas. So what will come first to Feed Salon? Feed Salon, now the flagship program. And we take 3 indicators. One is the amount of land we cultivate. We say we increase the land where we cultivate. The second indicator, though, now yield. Because you can cultivate now the same land, you increase your yield. So as much as we want to increase the land area, we want to increase the yield. And then we look at the reduction of imports on certain crops. Now, in this plan where I get now or the targets, we get the target, the baseline, the target, and the achievement. But waiting, I could just give now the baseline and the achievement. I'll give the percentage over. Then when I weigh a savvy mathematics could work out what was our actual target. But I will just tell you whether it is above or below the target. So in the land, the baseline for land cultivated, and I think I have 5 minutes, so sometimes I'll just try to do a minute per sector. For lands cultivated, but I really want to focus on Feed Salon, which is the flagship. Land cultivated for rice, the baseline, now 554, 401 hectares. At the end of 2004, the achievement now being the cultivation of 607,207 hectares. This now 103% above the target. Okay? In terms of yields for rice, for rice, you get some countries, now then they yield 5 tons per hectare. But Salone for long, we don't they far below that. We start off at 1.9 metric tons per hectare. By the end of 2024, we made 2.15 metric tons per hectare. We do well, but now 92.7% we get for the 1 year against we target for that year. Now, for the import, which very, very important, the baseline is that we've been the import 500 million worth of our staple other goods, rice, yabas, chicken, onion, right? 500 million. And we've been target for bring and done, but we not put a specific target. No, we know put a target, but we not get the achievements. But we don't know say that the import value don't go down. So the target was from 500 million to 438 million. And we don't achieve rest. We don't achieve in the area of poultry because we don't set up some poultry. There's one large scale poultry, the way they produce day-old chicks, 10,000 a day. Then we give support to other people that were involved in poultry. I see I've got 3 minutes, so I don't know how I'm going to do this. Thank you, since you cover all of me. Yes, a little bit. Okay, all right. So we get other factories, the cashew factory. We also they look at access to finance. We get matching funds with UNCDF and EU, where to go to farmers, where they help them for increase their yields. These are policy actions. Then we come to fisheries. Fisheries then get all green. All green because, when we talk about Feed Salon, a lot of the time we focus on agriculture, which is good, but you also get the other side, fisheries, and fisheries is making steady progress. They on target, the industrial catch was the baseline was 245,000 metric tons. At the end of 2024, now 269 473 metric tons, which was 103% over the target. For the revenue generation, baseline was 305 million, and at the end of 2024, 105 million, now 150 million, 135% over the target. And for the year, we did talk about certification in the plan for export fish to the EU and China. We've been planned this year for China, next year for the EU. But they achieved the certificate for export to China in 2024 rather than 2025. That's why I say fisheries is making slow progress. So overall, we do well in feed salon. We not do so well in no, let me not say nutrition is red because we not get the data, right? Doc say they give me data at some time, but the thing with nutrition, I get too many mama. It is under agriculture, it is under health, even it is under education. When you get too many mama, all my members say the other mama they take care of the pikin. But I don't tell them that the nutrition they need to look at it, and we look at it in a consolidated manner. I don't want to say too much for health, just that health is doing very, very well. As the minister say, the Ministry of Health, they score a goal also. So they get green on all their indicators, maternal mortality, infant mortality, life expectancy, all things they go up and everything's well. So I could just need 10 seconds for that. For education, the indicators for education, when we look more at, no, we're not talking about whether people day in school or they're not day in school. We're looking at how responsive the curriculum is to the needs. And we target nothing, not being day zero. So we target 14%, we there at 10%, which is good. Then the other area is pupil-teacher ratio, the number of pupils within a class to the teacher. It was 63, the baseline was 63 to 1. Now, at the end of 2024, it was 57 to 1, and it day above waiting we target. There were other amenities for children with special needs. Now they didn't fail, right? Special needs, the blind, the deaf, and you're doing well with special needs. I mean, just want to know, how do they say trending in sign language? Maybe we'll get that. Trending. You said trending. Okay, I only have a little bit, but I found it intriguing when she was doing the trending. Okay, so higher education, we do well, but could do better. Enrollment, not up to the level where we want to make it be, not to a fault of the ministry. Also for the number accessing student loan, he not reached the target, but he did above what he even did originally. Let me go quickly through some of the others. You spoke about social protection. Social protection don't increase, and NIMEC then go upline very recently for look at harmonization of social protection, because the baseline cash transfers at the baseline was 380,778 individuals. By the end of 2024, it was 879,000. And it was way 750,000. So it was way above the target. You get more actors coming in with cash transfer, thus the need for harmonization of cash transfer. The last one where I want to focus on, we don't progress with women and children, although children on the streets, no, we still need to address it. And I don't talk to the Minister of Gender and the Minister of Social Welfare on this. But I just want to come to the youth employment scheme. Because, they're always saying the youth, they're one for work, you pass. And yes, we see graduates coming every year. How are we on the target for 500,000 youth? Well, for this 1 year, waiting, the target now been, the baseline was 0. The target was 37,300. We actually reached at the end of 2024, 22,540. Although people then no go believe, but not to the government no more. We expect for employ. Of that 500,000, 175,000 now being for the public sector, and 325,000 was for the private sector. And the private sector contributes mainly to these jobs. You know, we been set up a new industry, the private sector, the steel industry, ODAP, which we had a role in cabinet approving the banning the export of is it junk metal, right? So this industry was set up, and they employ in the first year 1,000 youth. Then we get the cement, those in 1,800 youth, beverage 900, service 12,000, and SMEs 1,440. And we got this from the Ministry of Trade. Directly from the Ministry of Youth, then 5,400 employ in masonry, carpentry, keke riders, boat ride, all of that sort of support that was given. So we do well in these areas. And I think the others is tech and infrastructure, we do well. Roads and transport, you see, say we do well. We do waka better than we were. We do waka fine now. And the transformation of the public sector architecture. If you have any questions, I think I'll just wrap up for now and specific questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Minister. The fact of the matter is that the minister gets a lot for say because the government need do a lot. One of the things that we be most proud of, like how the minister say, not to so ya been there. For let you get the Minister of Development, they prepare a scorecard that is transparent and data driven. Where they talk say on this area we not do as well yet. But overall, when you look at the picture, and so we don't do here, we don't do here, we don't do here, we don't do here, you see the progress in real terms. No wonder MCC they look with and say we can find freedom of information, we get 91%. And A plus 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 plus. Because of, and by the way, this scorecard we don't do so, we distribute it on all the good in our websites, good in our page. Let you see them. So when you go on a radio for criticize the government, somebody say pull, they say do studies then this year about USA we day on education or free salary. Say you go na streets no when go ask people like in your own data than not to so they own data, bra. Not to so, not to so, not to so. Process then they step then they wait then they will get people who are their own job than they no left and get there. So you way to go discuss, way to go talk, at least use the data we are available, we will show you the source. So okay, they could even say they talk, we tell you say this will get them from ODAF, this will get them from the Ministry of this. We will tell you inside the data come out and how they're able to collect that data there. So like how the minister tell now the summary, yeah. Also, so we have been there. We will continue to go forward, inshallah. Now, let we come to, now going to prepare on a question that we will come to on soon. Before the question, I want to take the opportunity first for congratulate my big brother, my comrade, Mr. Ambrose James, on a recent elevation to this important position as the development secretary for the Republic of Salone. For una we don't know, Mr. James, an accomplished development professional, now Harvard educated, Frabe College and Harvard educated. In fact, this panel here, the book man and the book too much. Sabi book, if you combine all the book then I have. But not just people who sabi book that old school way, practical people the way they deliver. You don't hold plenty important position then we don't deliver. When I make his excellency see and fit that Naina the best person right now for serve as development secretary, for interface with development partners, and help and support the minister for steer the country in development agenda. So congratulations and welcome for the first time to the panel, Mr. James. And the question we'll get for you today in the
But all the big people and the big players they want to work with, then consistently they will Trinaya. We get World Bank, we get the IMF, we get the UN family, we get EU, we get British government, we get African Development Bank, we get the Americans, we get Ireland, we get China, we get Islamic Development Bank, and so forth and so forth. This is good news. Why are they here? Each one of them then get a multi-year program with the government of Australia, where they span from 3 years to 7 years. What do they mean? Now, long-term engagement they want with we. If we know to be better people then, or our people only cooperate, then what they say, oh, you do 6 months or 1 year. But this is 3 years to 7 years engagement. What do you do for the strategy then? So it's very important. It means say we work well with them. And over the period, I will tell you, say, on average, all them people that we put the money together, then can yearly give we something like 650 million per year. Money where they commit to the government. And not to the commitment no more we can look because they can say we give, but they not give again. What then commit, we they look at disbursement. How much they can able to disburse to we? 65 to 70% disbursement rate. The donors they can give we. Then they show, say, the government they work. What if we put as benchmark, then the government they try. We all work now for coordinator, make sure, say, if they say that they give Ministry of Health this, or they give Ministry of Information down there, hey, we draw the yes, we pay attention. Now this 10% they go now for. No, we'll make sure say we deliver. If we not deliver, then we'll go money next time. All right, just give a few highlights. And we'll give about thing. We get a book now, like how the minister say, we they talk about data, we they talk about research. This study development assistance report for 2024, where they show what we partners and they do, which money then give, and we say go. I go left and to the minister, go there to him. This go show now different partners then and what they do in this country. For just show say we engage, and we at the ministry, we take note of everything. We have to publish the 2025 way back. But in 2024, British government, what did they give? 41 million and $77. Now then give. When there be an increase, the increase because in 2023 there be 35 million then give. German government, what did they give? They give 16 million. But we fall short. A condom. They say the last day we then give now be 18 million they be give. So we drop, they not give much. But we can't talk about that this small. Of course, the US government, when I know about the Million Challenge, the Million Corporation, MCC, Challenge Corporation, we give 480 million. But apart from the 480 million, then go back and say we'll give more grants. About 26 million. We then give Boku to health ministry. Ireland give 13 million. World Bank give 190 million. But all the money there, some then go up, some then they come down. But not only money that they give you, then they also give you technical assistance. What do they mean? Something and they would want some policy then follow, move and go forward. Some progressive policies. What they know say will not get the capacity. Then go send people and for can help with. Follow or work with them. Then they're in a good marriage, they're in a good body business. Where person they help you, not for helping them or give you the money and left you and see you struggle. But they help you for make sure say it work out with you through the process. But one thing they want for drawing our attention to, over the last decade, donor money we can come up from out overseas development assistance. It don't they drop. I want to know down there. The trend they change. When I go see how it affect NGOs, when I go see how it affect foreign policies of government. More government than they try for put their money now into strategic things than like defense.